Welcome to South Carolina's Grand Strand. This area gets its name for the 60 miles of uninterrupted beach that stretch along its shores. And there's so much to do here, from spending your day by the water to fun entertainment, attractions, and shopping. But the number one thing that you need to experience on the Grand Strand, golf. With more courses than you could play in a year, South Carolina is a golf powerhouse. But golf on the Grand Strand is something special. And I'm a little bit ashamed to admit that I've never played before, but we're gonna right that wrong today. And there's no better place to take my first swing. Let's go for it. Y'all, this is the Steve Dresser of the Steve Dresser Golf Academy here in Pawleys Island, and he has graciously offered to give me my first golf lesson today. Steve, thank you so much for your time today. I really, really appreciate it.
This is going to be fun. I always like brand new players. Green peas, we call you.
Green peas?
That's
I
right,
love that. Green pea. I'm a green pea. Y'all, this is a beautiful, beautiful course. We're right here at True Blue and Caledonia in Pawleys Island. And Steve, what would you say makes golf so special here on the Grand Strand?
As you know, there's, about 90 golf courses in the area now. So you could be pretty much anywhere on the Grand Strand and you're going to have 10 courses within just a few minutes of you. And right here in Pawleys Island, of course, we're at True Blue. Caledonia's right across the street, and there's, I think, probably 8 other courses just right in the general area. And not only is there a lot of variety, but they're all really nice golf courses too.
For someone like me who has never played golf but has always wanted to try, why do you think golf should be a part of a vacation?
You can play it at any age, so families can play together. One of some of my fondest memories are playing with my sister and my dad when I was a kid a few years ago. So anyway, it makes it fun for the family. I mean, look at this place. It's beautiful. You're outdoors, getting some fresh air and some exercise. There's beautiful wildlife around here. It's challenging, I'll be the first to admit. It's a difficult game, but it's a lot of fun, and it's satisfying because it's you against the golf course. So when you hit a good shot, you pat yourself on the back. All right, Devin, so you are a brand new player, so that means we have to go over a few things before we actually start swinging the golf club.
Okay.
There's 3 components to the club. The grip, which we sometimes call the handle because of the way your hands are placed on the club, is also called the grip, and the shaft and the club head. I think even as a brand new player, you probably know that you hold this end of the club, right?
I think, I think I got that.
Good deal. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about how to hold the club. And what I like to tell people, we start with the left hand. Okay. You just fell out of the boat, and I'm going to yank you out of the water, but you can only grab on with your left hand. So just grab onto the handle like I'm going to pull you out of the water. Almost everybody grips it pretty well doing that. They grip it in their fingers, and then you're going to slide that hand up more toward the top. Okay, and then the right hand just fits underneath. You always try to get your left thumb to fit into your right hand. What we're going to do is put the club back here on the ground and not try to hit a golf ball just yet. And so we'll just take a look at the setup, as we call the address position, and your arms have formed kind of a triangle, which is a good thing. The right shoulder is going to be a little lower than the left because the right hand has to reach down a little bit more. You notice you're bent primarily from your hips, which is a good thing. So you kind of placed yourself in a decent posture right off the bat. Yeah, of course, you're natural. And you've got roughly a hand span or so between your body and your hands. So that looks pretty good for being brand new at this. As we take the club back, we're going to get to about here, and you're going to feel a little hinging taking place. Okay. And what I like for people to understand is that I call it aligning the stars. So we've got the sun, the moon, and the earth, or the club head, the hands, and the ball are on the same plane or line here. Does that make sense? And you've created what we call the letter L with your left arm and your golf club. Okay, and now the club comes down, and we swing through, and it rehinges over here, and look at, we're back to club head, hands, and ball on the same line again over here. You even had some pretty good footwork there. Ideally, that right foot's going to roll right up on its tiptoes, and then that helps your whole body turn through. When you're first learning golf, you have to learn how to use your hands and wrists correctly. And as you get better and better at the game, believe it or not, you start learning how not to use your hands and wrists so much. And let's let that foot roll right up. Ready? There we go. There's that magazine cover finish there. You always want to pose, even if you miss the ball completely. Okay, a little more. I want to hear some whoosh.
Oh, you want to hear some whoosh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want whoosh. Ah, there we go, good. That looks pretty good there, rookie. There we go, nice. And look at the nice finish. All right, let's just put a tee down there.
Okay.
So that's like a weed that grew up in the lawn here, and you're just gonna take your little weed whacker and get that thing out of here. And that's when you begin to find, it's not quite as easy as it looks.
Not quite as easy as it looks.
Okay, good speed though, that was good.
Is my form still?
And so, yep, and then sometimes just your depth perception, we tend to look at the top of what we're trying to hit, so just let your depth perception go down a little lower. There you go, you just clip the top of it. Okay? So now we've got not only that little weed poking out of the ground, it's got this funny looking round thing on the top of it, okay?
So we're moving on to the ball.
Yep, so let's go ahead and set up to the ball, and let's just double check your grip. You're a little close to it there, so back up just a little bit. There you go. Okay, good speed on that one. That was good.
This really is a lot harder than it looks. I'm very impressed by golfers. I see why they have to play all the time.
Okay, good.
You think I'm ready?
I know you're ready. Let's go for it.
This is the clubhouse at Caledonia, one of the most beautiful courses here on the Grand Strand and Pawleys Island. This is the balcony that overlooks the 18th hole. It's like the most famous hole here. I'm so excited to get out on the green. All right, Steve, tell me where you brought me.
We brought you to Caledonia Golf and Fish Club, right across the street from our golf school over at True Blue, and this is one of the prettiest spots on earth. So you're being indoctrinated into the game in a pretty cool way. This is the 14th hole, nice par 4, water down the left side. All the holes over here are beautiful, but this is one of the prettiest ones.
It absolutely is, and I have had so much fun today, y'all. I'm so excited to hit my first shot here at Caledonia, and True Blue's just over there. Please, please come and visit these courses your next time on the Grand Strand. And of course, come visit Mr. Steve Dresser of the Steve Dresser Golf Academy, who has been so awesome today. I've had the most fun, and I definitely encourage you to try something new and go for it.